What up, my freaks? RuinousInsight here with part 26 of my Total Warhammer 2 modded Count Noctilus campaign. So as we saw last time, though we achieved some stuff in terms of administration, the main point of last episode was the battle for the Bordello Flabellum, which is a very nice reward for Silostra and has some nice faction-wide buffs like the Public Order +2 for all provinces. Well, I guess that's the only faction-wide buff, but it is quite a useful one at that. Now, other than that, we are in a fairly good position here, as I believe we'll be able to auto-resolve this little Evelyn. That's even, I mean, you can just name her Evelyn, it's fine, or you can figure that out. We can just auto-resolve this little army to death and thereby probably cripple Rakarth. He's not that strong at strength rank 21, and I feel like we do want Albion. It is a green territory after all, unlike Norska, so it's a pretty darn decent staging ground to take out all of this. Now, unfortunately, Rakarth is doing fairly well in fighting, Reichland and all that sort of stuff, but they're fighting so many factions. I think that destroying one isn't ultimately going to make too much of a difference, so who cares? I guess we'll want to defeat Rakarth as well. Do we want to bother heading down to Gorcel? I don't know, but I do probably want to take over this territory. Now, other than that, Noctilus has also arrived over here at Sartosa, so we can begin the war there. And finally, Luther Harkin is ready to go north and finally destroy the Sentinels of Sati at Spectazuma, although I'm willing to bet that that'll actually give us a fight. I also don't like how Marcus Wolfhart is here, and he is in march stance with his main army. If it wasn't for the lizards who are here and here, I would attack him, but and because they're oh wow, Hexoatl is still alive. I'm a little bit surprised. I thought they would have died by now. And oh, they're actually quite friendly with the New World colonies. Oh, interesting. Huh, so the problem there is if we take Pahwaks and the High Sentinel... Oh wow, are they actually friendly with Wolfhart as well? Maybe not friendly, but, well, let's say too friendly anyway. Yeah, that's certainly problematic. And I'm willing to bet these guys won't peace out. Yeah, they're not going to peace out, even though Nakai belongs to another faction now. Kind of annoying. They're not anybody's vassal, so they should... Yeah, they can technically peace out, but they won't peace out with us. I'm just shocked that Hexoatl has sort of revived itself. Let's see, would you be willing to peace out? Yeah, see, we have to decide how we want to handle this. You know what? I'm gonna delay that because I can't decide right now. Let's just attack Sartosa because that's something we know that we're gonna do 100%. So Sartosa, you are currently at war with Bordello, Safari, Eatane, all of whom hate us, and thus we cannot ask for a to join the war. So we're just gonna attack Sartosa straight up, declare that war, and take it. Alrighty, Sartosa itself is going to be a very nice staging ground for our attack on the, on the Pirates of Sartosa. And, oh, looky, Lottie the Slimy, you unfortunately, oh, you have Sartosa Carronades, which I'm willing to bet we can't build. Would be nice to be able to build the Sartosa Carronades rather than the Carronades that we currently have, but oh well. Sartosa Pirate Mercs, Sartosa Norscan Raiders, otherwise, yeah, I mostly just want the Sartosa Carronades as opposed to our regular Carronades. 762 with massive buffs on that attack, whereas these guys have 1452, and that's, well, probably have some buffs, but not to the same degree that we do, considering Lottie is level 12. Damn. Alrighty, well, Sartosa, let's attack. Oh, Pyrrhic Victory. Okay, I guess we'll fight this, but honestly, I'm pretty sure we're just going to be able to destroy it all with artillery. It's actually been a while since we've had Noctilus do this sort of thing, so, well, might as well. Might as well take a few seconds to do it. Tommy Hawkins. Well, let's see how much they have left after our artillery are through them. It really does feel like a while since we've had Noctilus get into any kind of fight that's threatening to him to any degree, but I guess maybe, well, this won't be it, but, you know, maybe coming up. I wonder if we could steal Sartosa Carronades. Somehow I doubt it, but it would be nice if you could. By defeating the army, I mean. Alrighty, let's also move the mortars right there. We should be in range with them. Yes, we are. And then I guess we'll move more mortars right up here. And then we got our 2 gunnery wights. Regardless of what we do with the range units, if we transfer them to another army, at least we won't be doing that with the gunnery wights. They're staying here forever. Group 2, you 2 can be Group 1. I guess you can also attack some of these towers. Let's go for, you know what, maybe you attack this one on the edge here. Group 1, and then I guess the range line, I'm just gonna keep them back. Let's say, can you guys hide, or is this not the hidey sort of tree place? Is that? You can hide here, and you can hide here, beautiful. And then can you guys hide here, please? Somewhere? Doesn't look like it. Is this really the only area? I'm just a little bit concerned because this is a level 5 settlement, so it might mean that their towers are actually strong enough to fight us. Okay, I guess we're just gonna have to make a blob of units all hidden right here. Hopefully the AI doesn't somehow identify them there and insta-kill them all. That would be tremendously unfortunate. Alrighty, all of you right there. In fact, I'm just gonna move you 2 away so that we don't accidentally get the enemy attacking you. Or attacking those guys. Alright, start deployment. Go. Turn off guard mode, attack this immediately. You guys go for enchanted ballistics and carronades right here. Queen best. Wait, can these guys reach us? No, they can't actually reach us. Okay, so I don't need to be that concerned. Alrighty, well then, carronades, it's all you. Oh, wow, one of you took some damage from the enemy. I guess that was a Norse roar that they used. Alrighty, well, good luck with that. Carronades. Oh, wow, that was really quick that you destroyed that one. Alrighty, target different things. You 2, have you been firing on this? Yeah, it's almost dead as well. In fact, you guys can fire at 2 different targets. Bess, how are you not firing at anybody right now? What are you doing? Why did you have to be manually told to fire, Bess? What are you doing? Let's go for it. But that was a waste of an enchanted ballistics. And mortars, you're not firing either? What the heck is going on here? Turn off guard. Turn guard mode back on. That's very strange. I'm not entirely sure. They are definitely in range of all the enemies. I don't really get why they weren't firing. Oh well, minor annoyance at the end of the day, I suppose. Let's get a few cannon shots going through this line of Grave Guard. They should be dead fairly soon anyway. There we go. That kind of hit them. Carronades, you want to start working on that gate, please? You guys, I don't even know what to have you work on. All right, just move over here for now, and then we'll figure it out after. Alrighty, Queen Bess exploding everybody around here. Oh, they have their own Necrofex Colossus. Isn't that nice? That's so nice for them. You attack those, please. And I guess you switch to this, and then you switch to this. And do we need more powder on Bess? Not yet, but let's get another enchanted ballistics going. Alrighty. Keep killing those Graveguard. At least they're so fragile that it doesn't really matter. And, okay, you know what? Let's just speed this up, I guess. Although, to be fair, it's been a while since we've seen an artillery barrage of this degree. I mean, not that long of a while, but nonetheless. Let's just keep doing this. Queen Bess, keep killing. Do we need another enchanted ballistics? Or why the heck not? And then let's give Bess some more powder as well. There we go. Keep that topped up, and then switch to this depth guard unit, please. Oh, you're not firing at anybody. Start firing on this. There goes the gate. Carronades, are you able to fire through it, or are you just gonna do nothing? Probably just gonna do nothing. Alright, let's slowly move the Necrofex Colossi up front, and meanwhile, just keep doing our thing. We gotta run out of ammo first, after all. No more powder here, but an enchanted ballistics available once more. Queen Bess, switch targets to the next set of enemy depth guard. At this point, it's most likely they're just gonna have their large units left after this bombardment. And let's give more powder to Bess. And did I not tell a couple of you to attack this? Yeah, just that then. And maybe one of you attack this. And then one of you attack, let's say, who's in range? Okay, these guys aren't in range. Bess can hit them though. Bess, do it. Why not? Everything needs to die anyway. And mortars, why are you having such a tough time? No, don't move. Just fire from where you are. Oh, fine. Wait, your guard mode is still on. You shouldn't even be moving. Really? You're gonna move away. Okay, fine. Move here. Really would like y'all to be able to fire without necessarily being told what to do. Alright, fine. All good. Honestly, it's not going to make that much of a difference to this force here. Bess, can you fire on top of the walls like I'd say at this depth guard unit, for example? Everybody enchanted ballistics and top up Bess as well. Even one shot on top of the wall here is going to be very bad for the enemy. There we go. There we go. Very nice. Even maybe another shot. Ah, that's nice. Oh yeah, I wanted this the zombie-powered gunnery mob unit dead, and it looks like this is certainly going to deplete their numbers. Maybe get a few more shots in there. There we go, Bess. Regardless of what the mortars do, and Bess will be able to take care of the rest. Alright, mortars, I'll fire on that. Bess maybe help out with that. And I guess, ooh, hello, an enemy depth guard unit. Let's fire on that as well. Oh, artillery spam. This isn't even spam. We're going to get even more artillery later on in this particular army as we switch it up later. Not that much has contended with this particular army, as I've noted already. Alrighty, and oh, what are you taking damage from? Oh, is it that enemy unit of zombie-powered gunnery mob? Cute, cute. I guess we can heal up Rodimus Prime a little bit. Rodimus, there you go. Have a heal, buddy. Now these guys can't range you. And Bess, ooh, you clearly need a powder top-up. Let's get you that, shall we? Oh, is that another unit? That's adorable. Let's have you, Bess, attack that zombie-powered gunnery mob, while the mortars maybe hit this depth-guarded polearms, and the rest of these units should be quite dead very soon. Carronades, can you reach anything? Wait, can you maybe fire on this lord? Nah, it doesn't look like it. Or on this gunnery white, maybe? Maybe if you move, like, right here, get a better angle or something? Might be possible. It's not likely, but you never know. You never know. And Bess, oh wow, a couple more shots will probably have you destroy that zombie pirate gunnery mob. Oh, artillery. Our mortars and carronades may be weak, but they're certainly strong enough to clear enemy walls. Ooh, that was a nice shot. This depth guard unit, not long for this world. And as vampires, that's really got to be a scary thought. There you go, more powder from Bess. And it's gonna be a while before we run out of shots here, at least at this rate. Alright, mortars, you done here? Are you still firing? You try to fire on this rotting Promethean gunnery mob. Do we just march Noctilus in, or do we keep bombarding them? I don't even know anymore. Do they have any other units that are like small units? No, it doesn't look like they do. I'm actually surprised that the enemy hasn't chain routed. Oh, you can't actually shoot this anymore? Fine, fine. Best to shoot that then. And another enchanted ballistics, why not? And then top Bess up. Really not doing too much damage to those rotting Promethean gunnery mobs, I gotta be honest. Or gotta say. Yeah, alright. Alright, let's start moving the rest of our units up. You guys move out here. A deck gunner is unlikely to achieve anything, but hey, why not? You can always give it a try, and then even the gunnery whites, you can move forward and help out. You two, start moving up. There we go. What's Best firing at? We just gotta make sure we can actually attack those. Alrighty, gonna get some Necrofex Colossi fighting each other. Oh, there's a Cyrene unit up here. Cute, cute. All of you hit the Cyrene unit, I guess. Maybe you two wait for the Cyrenes to get cleared off the walls, though. And here come the mortar shots and the... well, I guess Bess is a giant mortar, so... mortar shots. Alright, a couple more of those, please. And hey, we're getting those blunderbuss shots from the rotting Promethean, or not a rotting Prometheans, from the gunnery whites. Also, let us summon a unit of Drowned Dead. What does the Overcast do? It summons a gunnery mob as opposed to a deckhands mob. Yeah, that's not what we want right now. I want you to move in, and then I want you to go into melee. I want you to hit that Necrofex Colossus, and then I want to slow this right back down, and then I want to get the depth guard in. You are all going to stop firing. Well, let's get these guys in to help out, and it's time for Noctilus to do his thing, I guess. Alrighty, now just a matter to duel that Necrofex Colossus. A Wraith Storm, honestly, probably not going to do anything here. You know what? We're probably better off casting the Withering on everybody here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that actually probably hurt us a little bit. We can Hornswoggle this Necrofex Colossus. At least we can watch the Colossi fight. We have Wind of Death, reload speed. Yeah, okay, none of these spells are really all that helpful. You guys attack those, please. You guys attack those, please. There we go. Alright, Necrofex. And now who's hitting the Necrofex? Oh, it's actually Rodimus Prime fighting him while Noctilus busies himself with some of those rotting Prometheans. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. Also, if these guys are going to bunch up like this, why not actually hit them with a few shots? Probably not going to do anything crazy, but why not? Let's get that sea shanty up and running as well. And a Norse Roar as well. Yeah, that didn't do much, but hey. I'll get all the extra damage counts. And then I want you to get a unit of summons up and running, and then maybe heal yourself. There you go. Alright, Queen's Guard, you guys are fighting, right? They are. Are you guys actually firing on the enemy? I would like to think that you are. Oh, you're firing up here. Oh, bunch of idiots. Then I don't want you firing up here. I want you to move up right there where I hope that you can actually fire. I don't want to use your attacks because I fear you're going to hurt our own Queen's Guard doing that. Let's also get a cast going right on everybody right there. Certainly taking some time to break through. You know what I probably should have done? You know what, let's do this. Carronades, break through this wall right here. And then we'll move our... we'll move the rest of our units. And Queen Bess, fire on that gunnery, right? I know it's not going to do much, but just because we can. Alrighty, looks like the enemy Necrofex Colossus is almost dead. Man, yeah, Colossi certainly take a while to kill each other. And I guess same goes for killing rotting Promethean gunnery mobs. But our units aren't hurt at all, so who cares, right? Ooh, I love it when they fire into the ground like that. It just makes me happy. Let's also get a Wind Blast going right there, I guess. Do something. And hey, we got another Hornswoggle available. Let's pop that right there, and let's keep firing on them. Doing almost nothing, but all good. And then one more time. Yeah, all these cannons don't do anything to large units. There we go. Down goes the rotting the Necrofex Colossus, and then hey, we got another Drowned Dead available. Let's make use of it. Drowned Dead right there. Alrighty, and then what I want is I want you to overcast Invocation of the Heck and cast it on Rodimus Prime directly, which heals him and you, perfect, and the Death Guard as well. Alrighty, and then there was just the one unit of gunnery mobs here. You guys, you want to move into melee? Just stay in range. Honestly, wait, you might actually be hurting Noctilus and stuff. Ooh, you know what we could do? Go have you sent up here to duel the enemy gunnery way, just for fun. Just have a little shootout. I guess it'll be uneven because it'll be 2 versus 1, but hey, I don't care. It's just for fun anyway. Hey, move past these damn gunnery mobs, please. Oh, damn, he's probably gonna disintegrate. Don't let him. You guys, become a separate group. Turn off guard mode. Move. Ow, is he disintegrating? Yeah, he is. Okay, let's speed it up, and maybe we'll get at least a few shots up. Oh, whoa. Everybody charge this. I take it you guys don't have fire while moving. Turn around and kill this stuff. Here's a question. Do Necrofex Colossi, when they fire into the ground, does the splash damage hurt your own allies? I have never looked into that. Do you have another Invocation of the Heck? No. I mean, certainly not yet. Alrighty, you guys get a little bit of a shootout going then. Alright, somebody's gonna take some hits there. Oh, do they have another freaking... Yes, they do. Alright, we'll take a few shots at them. Let's see how much damage we can do to them. And gonna need more. Alright, Queen's Guard, I think you're gonna need to help with this. Oh wow, that was a nice shot from the enemy hero there. Alrighty. Well, they're still gonna die. Oh, and there's the chain route, I think. They just all started to disintegrate. I guess we'll want to heal you all up anyway, with another... Actually, we don't actually need to. Actually, you heard me. We don't need to because Sartosa will be ours and we'll just heal to full after that, but whatever, why not? While we're here. There we go, and now you guys, shoot this guy, please. Actually, I think with their blunderbusses or whatever they're called, they're probably not as effective because they're not as snipey, right? They're better at fighting in mobs of units rather than individuals like this, unless I'm mistaken. I doubt that, yeah, and it looks like they're all missing. Like, what's with the accuracy difference? Well, it doesn't really matter because the enemy just melted. There we go. Easy enough. Basically no damage, 500 kills on Bessie, and 1 loss. Which idiot managed to get himself killed? I think it was one of the depth guard. I swear I saw them at 59 instead of at 60. So, disappointing. I don't know how you managed that one. Maybe you got crushed by the falling Necrofex Colossus there. I wonder what kind of army Araness is looking at. Alrighty, let us occupy. Wow, 40k to sack it, but no, we'll occupy the place. There we go. Province secured Sartosa because it's its own thing. What do we have here? Hero recruit rank +3. I really would have preferred hero capacity increases, but all good. Let's see. Hero recruitment, public order. That's all good. We are definitely going to need to switch up the buildings here. We don't need you, crabby boys. We'll keep you. We're also going to dredge the sea. We will tax the place. Now, what do we have in terms of building browser? At level 5, okay, we don't have the Dragon Tooth Lighthouse construction cost for shipbuildings all. Yeah, that would be nice. That would certainly be nice. Oh, and we got the Sartosan, or Thorny Orchard here. Recruitment costs and... Oh, that's just the same. It's just regular 1. It's not a special... it was this I was thinking of. Peg Street Pawn Shop. Yeah, alright. We have a giant feeding cavern here built up to level 3. The thing is, we definitely want a pirate fortress, so that's 1 space. Same with this, that's 2 spaces. Probably the Great Altar of the Necrarchs, because we might want to get more Necrofex Colossi. So the question, I guess, is going to be, what do we keep, what do we get rid of? 1, 2... We don't need walls here because this place provides, I guess, a decent enough garrison. Well, insofar as we can call that garrison that we just obliterated decent. We wouldn't be able to get the port income building, but I guess it's a singular province, so it doesn't really need it that much. Maybe we could just keep it to these 2 buildings. 1, 2... And then, well, and then we wouldn't be able to build the Great Altar of the Necrarchs, and then we will lack the number of requisite number of Necrofex Colossi that I would like to have, which is still a little bit disappointing. Do we really need the Cavern of Flying Horrors? You know what? Keep it for now. I might replace it later. It's gonna be a while until we get to level 5 anyway, so it's not like it matters all that much. Alrighty, there we go. Sartosa is ours, and plenty more places to take. Oh, Clan Angrand. You have Miragliano. Why do you have Miragliano? I don't want you to have Miragliano. We need that ourselves. I'm a little bit disappointed with all the special buildings here. I mean, melee and missile damage for all Sartosan units does nothing for us. And then local recruitment capacity, hero recruit rank +3 for all provinces, I guess is fine. But otherwise, these 2 buildings are boring. The final building at least gives us some construction cost and tax rate, so it's nice, but meh. And I guess we won't have access to the Sartosan buildings to actually recruit them. I really wish that the Sartosans were recruitable from this line, i.e. Sartosa Pirate Stronghold, and not anything unique to Aranessa herself, but unique to Sartosa. I feel like that would have been a better way to do it, but maybe that's just me. Anyway, Luther Harkin, I'm probably going to ignore this. How much time do we have? Should probably have Silostra attack this while we're at... Oh, you know what? You can auto-resolve this, and maybe we'll attack the Isle of Wights. Are you allied with anybody? Oh, wow, you're allied with Bjornling and Worldwalkers. Let us talk to Carrick Ziflin. We want to make a deal with Carrick Ziflin? They're probably the only ones that will allow us to do this. Alright, fine. Carrick Ziflin it is. Ready. We will join war against 1,000 Maws if you give us... I don't actually care about the tiny amounts of money that you have, yeah. We'll do it. We'll do it because we want to... we want their territory, not because we want to help you. Sorry. Alrighty, attack this. This should be an easy little auto-resolve, and a little bit of damage on us, but, you know, trash army is trash army after all. We are going to heal up to full. because we're gonna need to fight soon. Not this turn, unfortunately. Then you're gonna go to the Santa. Well, I guess you can fight at the Remnants of Battle, and then you're gonna land at the Isle of Wight's next turn, and then take that over. Alright, here we go. Sorry, Rakarth. Sunken Chest. Okay, there is no, nothing to do here. Do we go for Sunken Chest? You know what? Hull of True Silver for once. Heavy Iron. Weapon, ooh, armor plus 15, armor, weapon, piercing plus 8. That's a pretty decent buff for our Sirens, who do need to be buffed in terms of their offensive capabilities. So yeah, why the heck not? Missile resistance plus 15. You know what? Let's get you Haunter in the Dark. And I know that we've been moving through other stuff, but it's a really good upgrade, and I feel like we were sitting on it with that particular hero. Alrighty, you guys are now happy. Unassigned skill points, I believe this is Silostra herself, and that is something we are ignoring for now. What else do we got? Luther Harkin will move you in a second. You know what, I guess we're not going to attack Marcus Wolfhard for now. If he attacks us, he attacks us. We have other... we have bigger lizards to fry. In that, we have lizards to fry. Ooh, oh, this is so close. We just can't reach Nakai. Watch him walk right past us and go to the Wellsprings of Eternity. I would not be surprised if he did. You know what, Luther Harkin, you're just going to go into an encamp stance. We're just going to hope he attacks you. That's a lot of Saurus in his army. They would be a lot more difficult to fight than some of the other stuff that we fought, so it might actually make for a pretty nice battle. I'm just thinking, is there something we could raise that... would fit in your army? No, the Bloody Reaver deck card once again is going to Noctilus. Just once again, by virtue of it being a Bloody Reaver deck card. 41 and 94 if you were in this army. What would your stats be if you were in Noctilus army? I just want to check here. Versus 35 and 88. So 41 and 94. Actually not that huge of a difference as I thought it would be. Interesting. Alrighty, well, Noctis does buff them as well. He just doesn't double or triple buff them, and Lord of Dread gives nothing to them, but Sea Curse does give them something, and I feel like we should probably give him some stuff. Maybe give him a Terrorgeist as well, because Terrorgeist at least he would double buff because the weapon strength for large units. Maybe. I don't know, I'll think about it. Once again, Artillery and Necrofex Colossi first, and then we'll think about the rest later. And with that, I believe we can end the turn. There's nothing to build or change up. Let us... Now that I think about it, do we want to maybe generate another army right here? We do have... we have the deck droppers right here, eh? So in theory... bombers, handguns, and then the regular ones. We could build our aerial army right here in Sartosa, and honestly, it'd probably be a solely defensive army, but only an interesting idea. Let me just think about this for a second. I was originally gonna say maybe we use it up here in Albion, because the thing is, we're gonna have to have an army defend Albion, but it doesn't really need to be a powerful army. Although, then again, they'll eventually fight Chaos. Oh, also, I forgot to say, between the episodes, I did build a hero. Or recruit a hero, another gunnery wight, for this particular army. This is the range guy's army, who's gonna swap with Colossus later. Swap with Colossus, swap with the Noctilus so that he can build another or many more Colossi. That makes a little bit more sense. Not too much more sense, but enough more sense. Anyway, I guess then we can switch to Notorious Admiral. No, we can switch to Disreputable Admiral. Leadership war size plus 100% when defending, recruitment cost for units. This is the, I think this is the one that we give the deck droppers to. Just because there aren't any really good other options. I mean, physical resistance 10% and is good, and it would really work for the deck droppers, but then we don't get very much value out of that weapon strength. It's not weapon strength and missile strength after all. And you really shouldn't be using your deck droppers in melee anyway. Plus, I feel like this Notorious Admiral is going to have animated Hulks instead. I think that's the way to do this. Alright, fine. Let's get the Disreputable Admiral up and running. Let's end the turn here. And we can always sail them away into different locations afterwards anyway.
The decks of the Reaver have not tasted blood in a while.
Declare war. Last defenders. Why? You are very, very far from us. Okay, buddy, sure, why not? Why not, buddy? I don't care. I do wonder what this army is going to do. I'm willing to bet it's just going to go into Lucchini to try to defend it, but that's not going to help it at all because Noctis was just bombarded to death like he did all the other armies. You're now raiding the Wellsprings of Eternity. You know what? If he stays there raiding while we destroy Nakai, I would actually really prefer that. Now, Nakai is going to attack us. I was actually going to call this episode here, but just by virtue of this, feeling like it might be a nice battle, I'm going to fight it. However, before getting started on this, as it will be a cinematic battle, I forgot last episode to remind you guys to drop those likes and comments if you've been enjoying this particular Let's Play, so do keep that in mind, as not only does it determine scheduling and length of episodes and all that sort of stuff, how often they're posted, but it also does sort of determine how long the campaign runs, as we do have to be thinking about the final objectives there, and the, well, you know, make room for other campaigns if there's not enough interest. So, you know, that's the only way for me to know. Anyway, let's get to it. A cinematic battle. Once again, I do expect an epic one for Luther Harkin, and now we are facing Gorok, Nakai, and Lord Croak. So, I'm excited about it. Alrighty, Luther Harkin at it yet again. Not going to be probably a pushover battle, although I do imagine we'll probably have an easier time of it than some of the other battles. It's kind of hard to say. Honestly, we're outnumbered again, and the enemy has a lot of Saurus units. 4136 and, let's see, 4636. Their stats are fairly decent. I saw a lot of unshielded ones, which I guess is good for us. In terms of the boarding crew, obviously one-on-one with 4171, at least at full HP. The boarding crew are quite a bit stronger than I think a single Saurus unit, but I don't imagine that 1 versus 2 a boarding crew could win. Obviously, if this army had its depth guard with dual axes, they could rip a giant pile of Saurus apart, but since it doesn't, then we'll have to deal with the difficult portion of this. So, here we go, gonna set up here our mortars, and our carronades are on top of the hill here, together with our range units so that they can fire over our boarding crew and our melees. I really like this little hill with the artillery firing down like this. This looks very nice. I mean, it's a little picturesque Napoleon Total War style battle. Minus all the zombies, I guess. And, well, oh man, those mortars did not, they did not hit carry. Ooh, Nakai's rushing towards the battle lines. Man, I really love observing the battle from a hill like this. It's just so wonderful. Don't get these often enough. Ooh, there goes a breath from Luther Harkin going down onto a unit of enemy source, and Nakai is now in amongst our units over here and is not taking any damage and is going to start smacking around the Tide of Skjold, who are right in the middle. We're going to try to keep the Tide of Skjold dying. I know that I generally don't do so well in keeping these guys alive, by which I mean the deckhands mob, because they are meant to tank for us here, and that they are doing to pretty decent effect. I mean, you gotta admit, this is a freaking tier 1 easily replaceable unit that's got 83 melee defense when the sea shanty is up, and 63 melee defense when it isn't up. That's still pretty damn good, and the leadership at 90-ish is also quite nice as well. Luther Harkin's gonna go around. We can see Lord Croak moving around in the background. We are going to fly towards him after this. Man, I really feel like the carronades aren't firing enough. I feel like I haven't seen them fire a lot at all. Ooh, but look at all that damage. Nakai is now getting shot by both the, not the carronades, but the zombie-powered gunnery mob, as well as the boarding crew there. He's gonna start taking damage, although obviously he's gonna be a little bit difficult to bring down. Over on the flanks here, we do have a bunch of units, so we are going to move our vampire fleet captain, as well as a zombie-powered gunnery mob with handguns to shoot down those frail cold ones. Over on this side, same thing. The vampire fleet captain, however, is not going to move, but instead he summoned a unit of zombie-powered deckhands mob to see off those feral cold ones, or perhaps not see them off, but at least block them from doing anything. Mortars, where are mortars? Oh, they're back here. I didn't quite put them on the hill. At least the mortars fire. All right, let's get back up on the hill. This battle is, it's gonna look very different from previous battles, but I just want to, whoa, what the freaking hell? That effect looked so weird. I guess because we were summoning the Rotting Prometheans at the same time as Lord Croak popped his Supreme Shield of the Old Ones. All right, just for a second, let's leave the hill here. Let's see how the battle is progressing. The enemy battle line is obviously wider than ours, but they're sort of congregating their units around our units of zombie-powered deckhands mobs, which is working quite well. We're going to allow our deckhands mobs to take a little bit more damage, and then afterwards we're going to charge our various units of boarding crew in. Once again, they could really use some support from a bunch of depth guard, but hey, all good. Now over here, what's been happening is that the second army has moved in, including Gorok and Lord Croak, both of whom are sort of fighting, or at least trying to get to Luther Harkin in the case of Gorok there, who has popped all of his buffs, and with all those buffs, his stats are freaking insane. And you can't even see all the extra physical damage resistance, plus the 40% ward save from the Supreme Shield of the Old Ones. I mean, this guy's basically untouchable right now, but that's okay. That's why we summoned a unit of Rotting Prometheans right on top of Luther Harkin to distract any enemies that move in while he gets to work on and continues killing Lord Croak. He's already got him down to about 25% HP, and he's gonna keep smacking him around and then just get the heck out of there after he's done. I think this is a pretty good use of Harkin, and I guess it's probably a worthwhile use of the summon, even though the cost is well, fairly prohibitive. And looks like Lord Croak is just about to go. There we go, floating away, ascending to the wall of heavens, I guess, or whatever he does. I mean, I suppose they could recover him. Kind of hard to destroy Lord Croak, I guess. Alrighty, there we go. Luther Harkin's done with that, and then he can return to the battle, which we should return to ourselves. A boarding crew still doing work by firing into the enemies as the zombie-powered deckhands mobs move closer and closer to dying. Over here, the boarding crew have moved past Nakai and have started to actually fight the enemy Saurus. There we go. So they're obviously going to start taking damage, and they're actually taking quite a bit of damage against those swords. The swords, you got to remember, do have very high melee attack. Nakai over here is also very close to dying, but unfortunately he was able to break through our lines and start attacking that zombie-powered deckhands mob, which is going to prevent him, from killing him. But not to worry, Luther Harkin is coming, and I'm sure he can finish Nakai off if one of our pirate captains cannot do the same. Over here, in the meantime, these zombie-powered deckhands mobs with or gunnery mobs rather, with the handguns have been doing a pretty good job seeing off the feral cold ones with the summoned drowned dead from our vampire fleet captain of the lore of vampires. Vampire fleet captain vampire. Doing a fairly decent job over here. Same sort of thing happening, but not quite as effective, I guess, because the zombie-powered deckhands mob is already dead, or at least nearly so, whereas the drowned dead are obviously nearly full health, being newly summoned. Now over here, the Tide of Skjold, I'm actually trying to get them out. For once, not to have to wait that 10 seconds or 10 turns just to re-recruit them. And I mean, who else's army are we going to put them in other than Luther Harkin's, right? Alrighty, now back up on the hill, I guess. It's just a matter of continuing to watch the Saurus fight the Saurus fight the boarding crew. Carronades, keep firing. Come on, Carronades. You're really not doing it for me right now. Ooh, and there we go. Here comes Luther Harkin landing on Nakai, who is at 10% HP, maybe something very, very low. And that was a bloody hit. I don't know. I think that was a bunch of zombies exploding, but I don't think Nakai's going to survive that charge from Luther Harkin. And there we go. He has now assassinated both Nakai and Lord Croak. Although Nakai, to be fair, was basically dead, and the army is starting to back off at least a little bit. There we go. Carronade's finally getting some shots out of the way. or in there, or whatever. It looks like Luther Harkin's readying up for another breath, perhaps. There we go, going down into that a unit of sorts, trying to protect the C team, one of our boarding crew units there. Boarding crew all appear to be alive, although one of them on the rightmost flank has been fairly damaged here. I moved them in to protect the Vampire Fleet Captain of Death, and they certainly took the brunt of the enemy hits there. You can see the Carronades are also now trying to fire on Gorok, but missing pretty much every shot, unfortunately. Ooh, I like the little bat gargoyle design things on them. I never actually noticed that the gargoyle, or bat rather, designs was on them. That's adorable. And Luther Harkin's now firing his explosive shots into the enemy blob here. And over here, where I was talking about the boarding crew, we started to get them out. And I popped a purple Son of Zarias into this blob of enemies. The enemy did blob up fairly nicely here with 4 separate units. Skink cohort, a Saurus Spears, and was that another Skink cohort? No, Saurus Warriors, Saurus Spears, Skink Cohort, and Feral Cold Ones, all right in a blob to try to kill this boarding crew and I guess the remnants of one of the deckhands mobs, and they got ripped apart by this purple Son of Zarias, which should really help us out, especially as they will rout, and further army losses will be problematic for the enemy, as their army will start to move towards that sweet chain route, which is what we're looking for. In the meantime, the battle lines are still engaged. These, oh wow, look at the, wait, I thought that was the boarding crew damage. I mean, these ones in the center are pretty damn badly beat up, but these ones are okay. So it's a mixed bag, I guess. Alright, now, and it's simply a time for Luther Harkin to sort of jump in, and oh wow, that's a lot of lances getting them. Damn, that poor Deathstreak Terrorgeist has so many, well, not lances, javelins, is just a pincushion now, unfortunately, but Luther Harkin's got plenty of HP, and it didn't actually look like it took too much damage from that. He's been healing up with his regeneration as well. Anyway, what we're doing with him is just jumping, flanking, and terrifying any enemies that are still engaged to try to force the entire enemy army to rout, which appears to be succeeding quite well. It looks like the balance of power is quickly moving up to 100%, and the enemy will chain rout. Once again, another relatively close battle for Luther Harkin. We really need to retrofit his army with those depth guard, otherwise it's just going to keep being fairly tough. Like, it's another miss from those Carronades. Yeah, I've been really disappointed with the artillery and Luther Harkin's army in particular. The mortars do okay, but the Carronades in particular, I think maybe we'll just replace with another mortar, or once again, I haven't decided, maybe replace it altogether. I mean, all the artillery. Obviously, as usual, we're going to have the boarding crews, such as they are, I mean, whatever is left of them, chase off enemy units. The Saurus are reasonably slow. They run at 36 speed, and we run at 28 speed, so we should have at least a few seconds of being able to chase them down and shoot them. Obviously, we want to deplete enemy numbers as they attacked us, and they will most likely back off into their own territory, which will mean we will have to fight them again, hopefully in an auto-resolve if we manage to kill enough of the enemy units, which is obviously what we're trying to do. Fortunately, I'm really glad that at least these zombies can fire while walking. Too bad the handgunners can't do that, but, you know, makes sense that they cannot. And there we go. Oh, we're already sped up to max. Luther Harkin, ooh, and he was chasing down Gorok over there, who was running away. It looks like Luther Harkin managed to kill him as well, so that's all the legends that have been brought down by Luther. Once again, Luther does just tend to have a lot of fun in his battles, doesn't he? Lots of kills for him, I guess, and lots of close battles on top of that. And we certainly took a beating here. I mean, obviously, most of the units we don't care about, and I just want to point out this. We have a zombie pirate deckhands mob with 6 units that did not disintegrate, and another one with 11. I think one of the other ones is sort of similar. One we destroyed with our own purple Son of Zarias, and the Tide of Skjold survived with like 20 or 30 units, something very low and very little HP as well. But it was a nice battle. Ooh, and I did not notice this rather large pyramid in the background here. For once, I did not get distracted by the map, which is kind of unusual. Maybe we're a little bit too used to all these pyramids now. And look at Luther Harkin using his Death Shriek on enemy units that were trying to run away. Anyway, Pyrrhic victory. Let's see the damage, and I guess let's revive those units that we lost. Alrighty, once again Luther Harkin struggled his way to victory, but did personally manage to assassinate Lord Croak, and then, well, I guess finish off Nakai, and I guess also finish off Gorok as well, so he had some real fun time, if you know what I mean. Otherwise, we basically only lost our Zombie Pirate Deckhands mob, which we do pretty much every fight with Harkin, although I do want to point out that we're at the threshold of leadership at the to the point where the deckhands mobs really, they don't disintegrate and fall apart very, very early. Which I think makes them fairly decent in terms of staying power. Also, I just want to see, what's the damage delta? I'd be curious. We actually chased with these units. I really would like to compare the damage output between the boarding crew and the zombie pirates gunnery mobs, because I'm still not sure whether we're going to keep them around in this army and what we're exactly going to do with this army. The thing is, I want to eventually replace these guys with Promethean gunnery mobs, and then these guys all with depth guard, and then possibly the carronades and mortars as well. Although the mortars did okay, 18,000 damage. Yeah, the carronades, yeah, carronade might not have been worth it. Anyway, we're gonna heal up just in case we get attacked again, just because the there are other armies, and those guys are going to go heal and probably continue recruiting. So that's a little bit of an annoyance. But anyway, with that, obviously, we are out of time. Ooh, exotic goods caller. We're going to try to find you. Okay, you shut up. We got some more cash. Oh, wow. We got almost all of our bonus objectives. 100k in terms of our coffers. A very nice. Trusty Mod Ford is also now available, who's going to guard Sartosa with their deck droppers. I do also want to just double check before ending this turn. We're going to recruit the Necrofax Colossus in a few seconds, most likely. But what I want to do is find where you are. Still out here. Maybe they haven't sailed out yet. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. But anyway, I guess we'll try to find them if we can, but otherwise, definitely next time we are going to continue fighting with the Noctilus, probably at least slightly retrofit his army by giving him the Bloody Reaver Dead Guard, or at the very least, the Gallows Giant. I maybe don't want to get rid of 2 of these units at once, maybe just the 1 for now. So that's the Gallows Giant that's going to go into another Lord's army in Sartosa itself, and then otherwise, Luther Harkin would hopefully finally be able to destroy the forces of the Sentinels of Jati, and maybe turn his sights on attacking Marcus Wolfhard. If he has a few turns, he will also be able to actually build up some depth guard. He's really been waiting to retrofit his army for a while. The thing is, we just haven't really had the opportunity. Ooh, speaking of retrofit, one other thing to do before I call it, and that is... Oh, wait, you can move this turn? Damn. Well, next episode, then. At the start of next episode, we're going to attack Lucchini, and then we are immediately going to build the Sylvanian battlements for a pretty significant cost reduction. Half as much money as it would normally cost, and then we're going to get a pretty significant butt by virtue of the Face of Death and the Tombstorm abilities going in on all of our armies faction-wide, so stay tuned for that next time. Don't forget to leave a like and comment for your friendly neighborhood heretic. All glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.